Most likely about a 50-year window of repentance. Alright, so after that 50-year window of repentance, up to 50 years, the second death is going to the sea. The fourth death is going to the sea. Guess what? You're going to have famine, power outage, pestilence. Talk about monkeypox. Alright? And they can't run no monkeypox. Alright? You have, what else? Race wars. Alright? It's going to be all these things that's happening simultaneously, man. And if you never acknowledge this God, you never ask yourself, well, how do I get my program with this God? How can this God save me? If you never acknowledge this God, how can this God acknowledge you? All right?
If I may add to your point, like you said, you know, the time of Noah. Hey, also, you can look at it too through the spirit, you know, time of Jonah and Tobit. Because Jonah, he was prophesying what? Prophesied, and then 100 years later it happened. The book of Tobit picked right off after. And then at the same time, you had those brothers in LA. The angel appeared to him. And what happened with Tobias, Tobit's son? The angel Raphael. And what it did, let him, and they got him up out to see his father and his mother told him, look, get up out of here, because that destruction coming. We in those times not through the spirit. You know, the angel appeared to the brothers out there. We seen it. Hey, it's that time. But I got something for you also. Real quick, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as to upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Jacob's going to get caught off guard. Like those movies, I forgot what the movie was, but it was like, it came out maybe 15 years ago. It was some big party in the city. Edomites like in New York party.
And it's Cloverfield?
Cloverfield. You know what I'm talking about, man. And Edomites was a big party. Just like that, what was like spaceships or something happened? UFOs. Basically, there's going to be, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning. And you wake up.
Different monsters came.
Different monsters,
you know, like crash landed in the city.
2 o'clock in the morning, your cell phone, and you don't even know it. When you wake up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning for work, the cell phone's not on. The internet's not on. It's a bunch of fucking crackers outside. Motherfuckers already dead. Motherfuckers already fighting over water. And it's 6 o'clock in the morning. So you had a 50-year window. 50-year window of repentance. After that window, the judgment is going to happen. And you're not, like it says in Proverbs, who can make a roaring lion basically go back from his prey? Once that lion had his mindset on that fucking prey, can you stop lying? So when the Most High unleashed these angels of vengeance in different forms of catastrophic events, who's going to stop it? That's why he gave your black ass, Hispanic ass, a 50-year window. Because he know what he got baked for the third. I go ahead, baby.
When you go into the Greek term for travail, it's Strong's G5604. It says Odin or Odin, but this is the point. Intolerable anguish, which means mental frustration, in reference to the dire calamities before the arrival of Yahweh Shah.
So, it's going to be hard to do. All right? We got to make sure that there's a clear distinction between us and them.
It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness. That day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
Meaning, we're not blind. All right, we like the apostles will break down owls. They can see at night because the owls have a gland within their eyes that allows them to see in the night. Nocturnal, so we are not them that walk in the night. We are aware of what's about to happen. We see through the matrix. We see through the propaganda. We see the distractions.
We got that oil.
We got that oil, man.
It's therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunk in the night.
You're drunken with a false hope in your mind. And that false hope, that vision in your mind, blinds you from the reality of what's about to happen. Brothers played a Maxwell video today. I don't know if he showed up yet. Yeah, and him and the one was in the apartment, and it was
Never saw it coming.
Huh?
The name of it, never saw it coming.
Hey, it's a beautiful, hey, the spirit set the topic up for the tip, man. So Maxwell is in an apartment, this woman, and they're looking through this big glass window at the city, at the skyline of the city. And that's, you know, a bomb hits, man. And a mushroom cloud hits, man. All right, and they're just watching. All you can do is watch at that point, man. they never saw it coming. But 2/3 of our people, we've been, the Most High been here for 50 plus years. But in a sense, it's like you blinded to at the same time.
Prophet Elijah for the great and dreadful day of Yahweh.
We're about Abba Bivens. Yep. Like the prophet Jonah, who prophesied way before Nineveh was destroyed, man.
Verse 6, his preaching would turn the minds of fathers to their children and the mind of children to their fathers.
Yep.
Otherwise, I would come and strike the land with the curse.
Yep. What's the curse? See, that's the curse. See, y'all people not ready for this. Y'all thought we was the Most High had no jealous and nothing. This passion is coming from own depths of
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 39, straight to the point. But he answered and said, an evil and adulterous generation seeking after a sign. And there shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
It's the sign. That's how you're well. It's the sign, man. We don't know if we're going to be able to keep up together and come and let them into the spirit. Because by the time it's time to cycle back and keep it up, all right, it might be fucking quarantine again. Chaos, man. Y'all protect, man. Tremont.
Yes, sir.
Women are getting kicked out.
Right.
Women are getting quick. It ain't even been people are getting robbed. People are getting people are anxious. You gotta be careful not to kiss somebody off in traffic, man.
They shoot you.
Cause this nigga already been stressed out for the last 6 months. And it was that final culmination of disappointment in his. Like we used to say, Jake used to joke. He was like, give me a reason, nigga. Give me a reason. Yep. But Jake is at that point, and now just Jake Edomites. That's why the scripture says, follow peace with all men. But how much more when the time comes?
Okay, this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant.
That was the point. You said it's not that they don't see it. They're willingly ignorant. They don't want us to poop on their brain. Ignorance is bliss. So they want to stay ignorant so they can stay blissful.
And if I can add right quick, that's why the Lord always stresses, for those with the eyes to see, let them see. Right. Those with the ears to hear, let them hear, because like something the deaf ear to it, man. Right. You know?
Yeah, right. That by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
So this is the same word that is prophesied. Because remember, Adam was a priest. Hey, like the priest that Yash was going into, hey, he was known as doing what to the garden? Dressing it and keeping it. Meaning what how so he was preaching the law, statutes, and the commandments. So this is the same word that's basically going to bring on the second death, like the same word brought on the first death.
Well, how do you know that, bro? Because Adam received the breath of life.
That's it.
We received the breath of life.
That's it.
You know? And then, you know, keep the elder Zeke pointed out every once in a while, read wisdom. You know, wisdom of Solomon, the 7. Pretty much Solomon, King Solomon, he understood the beginning, the end, and the midst of the times. You know? So, you know, going back to Adam, it just stands to read. He understood the same thing, man. You know?
I want to say this too, though. So that's how Cain and Abel knew what to sacrifice and what not to sacrifice. Cain done it on the sheep. You know, they knew what to sacrifice, not to sacrifice.
Yeah.
They said, the brother said, like, going to teach me. Right. Come in. They were ready. Cain knew. That's nothing to skip over. The Most High, God made 7 continents out of the second continent. The first, before the first death, the earth was Pangea, all land. It was 6 parts land, 1 part water. So the earth was a paradise. It was very human friendly. There wasn't any extreme weather, an extreme climate. I even discovered that Antarctica was once inhabitable.
Yes.
Greenland was once inhabitable.
Yes.
All right, so what happened? All right, the Grand Canyon was once covered with water. All right, the reason why that's fossil, this kind of fossil, what created that fossil? What the fossil come from? That great fucking depth. Then it's a creature, not your place.
Like you say, Elder, you find seashells at the top of the mountain.
Right.
You know, at the top of these mountains.
Say it again.
You find seashells.
Seashells.
Yeah.
Irrefutable.
That's the evidence right there.
Yeah.
You know, I like going. Jake believes Esau science. He believes, you know, what Esau can dig up and pick up with, you know, with tools and whatnot. Eventually, they don't, you know, they don't have that connection to the Lord. You know, they can't go on faith what's coming out of the scriptures.
Right. Because this
But Esau science proves the scriptures right.
it does.
He goes out and searches. He goes out there to diligent search, and he brings this to the forefront.
Yeah, but you know, they studied the Grand Canyon and they explained like the different layers of sediment that flooded that flood happened. You know?
Like the Lord left his signature in the river.
Right. And Jake is always looking for a reason to explain off the works of the Lord. You know, the great dilute, you know, these different cultures have explanations for it. But it's in the scriptures.
And that's the reason why all the cultures have the story flood, because it really fucking happened.
If I can say, that itself was a sign, man. Not only Noah outside, you know what I'm saying, prophesying, preaching, teaching to the people, giving them warning, him building that humongous boat was a sign in itself, man. That was the ark. But now, like the Lord has sent forth his prophet, now it's the spiritual ark being built. And you see these massive groups, man, throughout the globe, preaching and teaching them how about Shemi, how Shabbat. Our people see it, but they don't see it, man. They hear it, but they still not hearkening to what's being said.
And that's not fair. Even like within Chinese culture, the number 8 is considered as generation wealth. Because the number 8 goes back to the people that were saved back then, you know, the first death, man. 8 people.
Hey, before we get to
Like this real quick, Jeremiah 8 verse 7. It said, yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. So these are spiritual birds. You know, they are spiritual enough to know when to migrate to another land for better reach, you know, better safety, you know. But it says, but my people know not the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So all these guys, our people can't see that bad storm is coming. And what's that bad storm? The time of Jacob's trouble, which is going to be a time frame that this world never seen nor experienced before.
So it's the same thing. And so the prophets are what? The modern day Noah, right? His family are what? The elect. The spiritual ark is what we're doing. Right? The raindrops is going to be the missiles.
Laying it out the fire, baby.
after you get your piece up, you'll get these brothers.
We like the old note.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master. His mastership, but Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
So that scripture came back. So what the Most High is doing, he's giving impact message. He said it twice. So even after we said all this and brought more scriptures out, he came back with this saying, look, my people do not consider. You walk past the camp, but you don't internalize what's being said. Your woman walk past the camp with her little clothes on, her little heels. She looking, she keep moving. You don't consider.
So he said the precept came back twice. Why that? Confirmation. Hey, real quick, Genesis 41:32. And for that the dream unto Pharaoh twice, it is because the thing is established.
of the people. And you know, none of them all listen to the warning. The warning has been on out there, but they, as brother brought out, they are ignorant. They are willfully ignorant of it. So who have warned you have to come?
It shows you that our people always have a plague of horrible leadership, man. So John the Baptist, he was speaking about those wicked scribes and Pharisees. But John the Baptist was a priest. His mother, his father and his mother were from line of Aaron. But he left the temple because he knew them niggas were wicked. So pretty much separated himself from them niggas to start a ministry in the wilderness. So when them niggas came out there when he was there, he looked what the fuck told y'all niggas come out here, man. I left y'all niggas. Y'all niggas do. Right. But you see Jake in that same state, look at the majority of the leadership of our people, you know, what is it? It's linked into Rome. And back then the priests were linked to Rome. And that's what you see the same IUIC. They're just a government agency, man. ISUBK is a government agency, man. Linked to Rome. So this and the niggas IUIC get back today in their life. ISUBK is still custody of Sakari. Speaking about that to the elder, not to South Carolina, you know, us here at Great Millstone, we don't have a non-disclosure agreement. Like we don't deal with that. We don't deal with Esau even in his paperwork. So we free to teach the word how it's supposed to be taught, man. Them guys, they got them chains on them, man. You know, and no coincidence, you see Bishop Nathaniel saying what he gonna say, but you don't see the rest of them guys, you know, really. When he be having them different sit-downs, it really be him, you know? But, you know, Jay know that stuff ain't right, man. But like you said, they linked in with Rome. It's showing you, we really that outcast group, so to speak. But you got it.
Appreciate it. This for you, This Jeremiah 6, and I'm gonna start at 11. Therefore I am full of the fury by Shem Yahweh. I am weary with holding it in. I will pour it out on the children abroad, and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days, and there shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand on the inhabitants of the land, says Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. Go to the point. For from the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness. And prophets, even unto the priests, everyone dealeth falsely.
And if I can add, it says he full of the fury of the Lord. But see, all the brothers that you see, okay, that's teaching his word and truth and sincerity, we're just vessels for the Lord to show his anger to the earth. You see, the prophets are like a filtration. When the Lord show his anger, the earth gonna move. And he directly show his anger. So right now, he has a filtration system through the prophets. So you see brothers, okay, making their hard face. That's the Lord got his hard face against this place, man. His face hardened against this place. That's the Lord cussing this place out. And that's the Lord teaching and edifying. And on the flip side, it's the Lord cussing this. So we're nothing but conduits for the Lord's, all right, to get his point across to the earth, man. Right, you know? 10 and 16. We got to push up on this side. I want to make sure
Deuteronomy 8 and 11. Beware that thou forget not the Lord Yahweh thy power, in not keeping his commandments, and his judgments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day. And for my second one, you know, this is in the time of Judges, when the raised up a judge, and that judge passed away, man, Israel went right back to folly and worshiping idols, man. Right to this day, Israel worshiping idols, man. Right. This is Judges 10 and 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in your tribulation. We're getting ready to go into the time of Jacob's trouble, man, which is a great tribulation, man. The scriptures say, through much tribulation shall we inherit the kingdom, all right?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto him but the sign of the prophet Jonah. That came out again too. The Most High's making a fucking statement, man. Language, man. This is your sign, nigga. Ain't no angel gonna get your black ass dirty stinking room, man, and tell you nothing. When you walk out on Saturdays looking for pussy, and you see us out here on the highways and the byways, that's your sign, you nigga. And you had 50 years of this sign. It started in New York when the apostles became like a staple in New York. The later apostles became, now down here in the state of Mississippi,
you 2/3 see us, man. You know what this means, man? It's gonna be freaking death here, man. This ain't gonna be no Hurricane Katrina. A couple trees fall down, a couple power lines fall down. You go 2 weeks without electricity. But we poor anyway, so we know how to move through that shit. Now we finna go through some shit, man.
That's right.
Alright? And it's gonna be extended way past 2 weeks for you niggas. It ain't gonna be no EBT card. It ain't gonna be no $1,200 stipulation check.
Right.
It ain't gonna be no PP loan, man.
Right.
Alright? And ain't nobody gonna want your funky pussy.
No.
Especially that shit.
Ain't nobody gonna want that funky pussy, man. Alright, so ain't nobody gonna wanna take you in without them damn kids.
Right.
It's asset or liability.
Right.
I'm sorry.
In Jeremiah 35 and 15, it reads, I have sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets.
All of them. This is the school of the prophets. That's what I said. All of them. Started in the United States. Every city got a pimp. Right. I have sent that again, bro.
I have sent, Jeremiah 35 and 15, also unto you all my servants, the prophets.
All of them. It wasn't Jonah this time. It wasn't just the Apostle Paul this time. It wasn't just a Jeremiah or a Baruch this time. He got all of us out here.
And so we all contemporary now.
Yep.
That's how you know it's the end, because all the prophets are back. Prior to the second death, prior to the great judgment. And then the scripture identifies you are an adulterous generation. So from a physical sense, yeah, but most importantly, a spiritual sense. Because y'all niggas delve and be seduced by all these philosophies outside of the real so-called. You know, this is how you are married to Yahweh Shem prior to the arrival of Yahweh. In that same mindset by enjoying it in the doctrine, man.
That's why you have to have an active guy.
Hey, if I can add, that's why the Lord, He allowed Jacob to have their Black Wall Street era. He allowed Jacob to have their Civil Rights era. He allowed Jake to have the Black Panthers. He allowed plantation Christianity. He allowed Jake to be Pan-Africanism. Okay? He allowed all these movements. And what? He set forth the apostles last. Right? See, the apostles are the headliner. You know, right before the Lord closed the show, man. That's right.
I'm gonna let you get your piece of it.
Oh yeah, bro. They won't hear you because they won't hear us because they won't hear you. How about Shemel Shah? You know. So this is the book of Isaiah 30 and 8 in NLT on verse 10. It says, "Now go and write down these words. Write them in a book. They will stand until the end of time as a witness. That these people are stubborn rebels who refuse to pay attention to the Lord's instructions. They'll stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, do not tell us what is right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies."
You know why I tell you lies? Because it sounds good. Right. It feels good. It's comfort.
Flesh.
The more that nigga lie, the better it feels.
That's a feminine spirit.
That's right.
Because, you know, women want to be lied to. So 2/3 of our people are in a very feminine spirit. You want to be lied to. But the reality to this shit is a lot of people are going to die.
That's right.
Right. I'm gonna get one more brother on this side. Usually more on.
Go down a little bit. It says, forget all the gloom. Forget all this gloom. Get off your narrow path. Stop telling us about your Holy One of Israel.
A lot of people, they don't power shot.
Right.
The so-called black Messiah.
Straight gate. They say the straight gate. They say get off the narrow path.
This is a straight gate, man. We out here on a Saturday. What you can be doing by a beach on a Saturday? It's a shit. All right.
Quick definition.
Yep, go ahead.
Quick definition. That's right. It's a fool's paradise. A state of happiness based on a person's not knowing about or denying the existence of potential trouble. Damn. This is a fool's fucking paradise.
Sport.
Stay in it.
That's why you look up the word entertainment, because before they take that definition on the etymology online, entertainment goes back to like contain. To keep the mind contained. You know? BET Award. Facebook, social. Even brothers being the truth, like I feel the truth, like, this shit got me. I be mad at myself. Shit, I gotta get about this shit.
You like TikTok, live, tell them to get rid of that shit.
So that shit be funny. Because the informative shit, like the funny shit. Instead of shooting on pressure, make it the wise man bad. got your little distractions, but that should take up your whole day.
Yeah,
it will.
One definition.
Okay, go ahead.
For 2/3 that consider themselves aware of things and that call them woke.
That's right.
And we looked up this before. Woke, according to the Urban Dictionary, a state of awareness only achieved by those dumb enough to find injustice in everything except their own behavior.
Woo!
Jake.
Black Lives Matter.
Hey, if you're a nigga that smoke weed, commit adultery, eat pork, he woke.
One time.
Smoke weed, got dreadlocks, commit adultery, fucking on Keisha. Alright? Don't take care of his dick, whatever it may be. But he know everything about the government.
He's dumb enough to believe.
He's dumb enough to believe, man. But that's what that nigga Charleston White said, man. He said, Charleston White, he said, Jake, niggas get offended at everything but their own condition. Because Jake, that's the nature of Jake. When you tell the truth, they get offended. Why aren't you offended at your own condition? Why aren't you offended at your own behavior? You know, why am I 30 years old with childlike behavior? You know?
Jake living in a state of denial, man. The scripture says it goes into what? Being shameless. And to have shame means you're gonna reflect on what you do. You know, you're accountability. And like the scripture going in, I think it's in 1 Corinthians where it says, neither nor effeminate. The brother touched on that. You having these women-like characteristics, man. These women type of bold and emotions. You know, don't you know women accountability? Now that fell onto the men. So you know when you get into that, you know, what you say, Jake get it.
Everything but their own condition.
Their own condition. That's because he takes no accountability for his condition.
This is mama.
Yeah.
That's just like I was watching my brother out there in Kansas City that did the lesson on this Jake that had dreads and shit, and his chick cut off his dreads and them crying, crying real tears, man. You know, Jake, he wanna to put you to death, behind something you say, but he crying like a little bitch, hell, man. His old lady cut his dreads off and he got them over the, she put him all over social media, man. Treat him like a child and shit.
And the scripture say that the hair is a woman, so you shouldn't even feel like that about her putting hair.
Yeah, she really did the right thing.
He's so fucking feminine, he ain't see that, He worried about his fucking hair.
He worried about his image. That's the look they get. Got the tattoo sleeve, the dreads, the great with his brown at the tip. That nigga look, man. He blooded nigga look, man. Yup.
This is Psalm 6, verse 4. For the Lord Yahweh is great and greatly to praise. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you go into a point a couple years ago? The Mosai set up the 10 plagues in Egypt, the gods of Egypt. So now the gods of Egypt are images, right? Like Eve, Keisha. That's a god in Egypt. A so-called black woman is a god in Egypt. Is a god in Egypt. So what did the Most High do? He set up Kevin Samuels to condemn God of Eve, the goddess Diva, the wife. Then Yeshua, Isis, Osiris, she got those vibrations. Right. Because what was those goddesses? For fertility goddess. So Eve got these different babies, different kids, but she ain't got no man. She's an I am. She's an individual. It's not about the man, it's not about the father. You never know the baby daddy. It's about Eve. Alright, so we worship the body. We worship our mothers with Tupac and all that shit. So the Most High, the modern woman was a god in herself. So the Most High set up niggas like Kevin Samuel to condemn that idol. But then he set up niggas like Charleston White to condemn the thuggy. Because a violent nigga, a violent low-level nigga, that's how they Egypt. So the Most High is condemning these guys, man. Alright? See, just the rainbow here. Feminism. Alright, those are guys. So the Most High is condemning those guys. Alright?
Alright, this Micah 5 and 13, the NLT. I will destroy all your idols and sacred pillars. You will never again worship the work of your own hands.
Your pictures are being confounded. Like nobody, like an Israelite man is not really fucking with the church. What? Did you?
I just got one more line. Reading verse 5 over again. Psalms 96, verse 5. For all the gods of the nation are idle, but the Lord Yahweh made the heaven.
Hey, brother, you get your piece right quick.
It's Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and makes great. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh.
This is the
The
great
mighty man shall cry their bitter.
Hey, this is the great day, man. That's a great day, man. That's not even Israelite camps get condemned, man. This ain't about no fucking big marriage, man. This ain't no like party for Passover bullshit, man. Not the Passover being it, but how you deal with the Passover is bullshit. Prophesied at the strip club, this big fucking cookout. Woke us up to get us the fuck up out of here, man. Prophesied woke us up, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is the great day. Don't you know that there's gonna be a day in a 60-minute span that's gonna shake the earth? Woo! Hour, it's gonna be an event that lasts 60 minutes. It's gonna make the earth rock to and fro. It's gonna make you say, "Oh shit!" Huh? Like turbulence. Play, man.
With 200 million missiles.
Yeah, man. Do you know do you know how our flesh will react to nuclear radiation? Do you know how our flesh is gonna react to nuclear wind? We are nothing. That's why the Most High said, "What is man for the grasshopper?" Do you know how the Most High look at us? Take up thy worm. That's why we gotta pray. That's why we gotta repent and pray to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Us having guns ain't gonna get it.
And you think about a worm is what? Defenseless. Right? And so even the elect shall what? Scarcely be saved. When you investigate seriously, it goes into what? In the mid of time. Now, it goes back into the blessing. How our forefather got the blessing. Because before people came on the scene, Jacob scarcely got the blessing. He scarcely left before Esau came. So all of this got to play out. So when you even think about the Passover, right? Judas he was a turncoat, but the disciples didn't know who it was. So they were in great fear, right? And it's the same thing that's coming back on this earth. Lord will, Yahweh Shah passes over us. So all you niggas sold out, you received that gift, it destroys your mindset. At the end of the day, great judgment is coming to you and your congregation if they don't get it.
Hey, get your piece up, bro.
Isaiah 19, 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to Yahweh of hosts. One shall be called the city.
The Hebrew. What does 5 mean?
Power.
Power.
And we represent those 5 cities.
So we Jews. We're turning back to our power. What you supposed to say?
No, just like wherever you see different camps at, they represent them cities.
Yeah, that's right.
In Egypt.
Because we're in Jerusalem. When you come to a camp, it's like you teleported to Jerusalem. You know? People before a place. It's a people before a place, man.
And swear to Yahweh of hosts. That's what we did when we came. One shall be called the city of destruction. It was Babylon the Great. Like these cities were prophesied. You know, the prophets were prophesied.
So let's give us the point. Now we're going to get to this trial. All right, go ahead, bro. Speak up.
This is Ezekiel 3 and 8.
Yeah.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their heads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
And fear not, man. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel 3 and 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Hey, because Jake hard-headed, man. It's the Most High giving us the protocol on how to handle these niggas, how to deal with how to deal with their people. But you can't come up here sensitive, man. You can't be up here related by a nigga, man. Or Edomite. All right, if you're never a day in your life, you got to be aggressive out here, man. It's not because we're tough guys. All right, we're coming at our people with urgency, man. We coming for 400 years. Our people have been wrong. So we got to tell our people that, because what it said in Isaiah 50, cry loud, spare not, lift up a trumpet and show my people their sins and the house of Jacob their transgressions. Right? You got to show them why they're over here in the first place. Because they're in the Matrix. They're in Babylon. So now the things that got us over here is not part of our culture. Adultery is a part of our culture. death is a part of our, murder is a part of our culture. So you gotta come and break that spell they're under full aggression, man. And they can't handle that shit. They couldn't handle Kevin Samuel. A woman couldn't handle Kevin. He was feminine to me. A woman couldn't handle Kevin Samuel. A nigga can't handle. A nigga want to fight Charles and White at the barbershop. So how much less can you real men of Yahweh Bashim outside? There's not comedians. There's not metrosexual. All right. There's not here to play, man, or make money.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's why we're for the elect too.
That's right.
You know.
Hey, you got it, brother.
Real quick, this is Luke chapter 10, verse 16. And it reads, he that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you,
these are not our words. Right, man. These are not our opinions. The same culture that we condemn, I was influenced by. Once upon a time, I thought the street dude was that dude. I thought there was something kind of bad bitch. All right, the black culture was popping.
Right.
I ate pork, catfish. I did all that. All right, but now we could do. Now we have the knowledge. We woke up. We put flesh and spirit in our bodies, man. All right, now we condemning that same culture that most people from. And if you didn't come from the nigga bullshit, you still came from the Matrix. That's right. You might have been in the suburbs of the suburbs, but you were still a lost dude in the suburbs of the suburbs, man. You know? You know? So, I mean, the point was, we were lost. But I'm gonna
It says, he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Because it's not about us. We're sent. It's coming from up top, man. It's an order. I'm be doing this. Hey, but Captain, the time's gonna do here, bro.
And it's John 15:2. If I have not come and spake unto thee, they have not sinned, but now they have no proof for their sin.
They have no their sin. Or you have no, because now you know. No excuses. Because where there's no law, there's no sin. So when we were lost, the Most High winked at our bullshit. He winked at our he winked at our pussy fades. He winked at us talking to old girl Tamika, knowing she had a man. Right. All right, he winked at that pussy knew. They don't know yet. Because the sin culture is basically you going off your lower nature. It's nothing exclusive. You already got it in. You already shit in. So the sin culture was a guideline for your own shit. So now we got the guidelines. Now we have no excuse.
Right. Gotta make a point to point. That's the reason why the law was written. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew orally, the Lord put it in stone, so to speak. All right, now you know exactly what to go by.
Yeah, it's standard. To add the mustard to that, bro. What it say in Colossians? The laws that was written against us. It might be Colossians. It said the laws that were written contrary to us. What does that mean? It's your contrary to your own nature. When you read about human nature, you study human nature, you realize like, damn, I'm a natural nigga. All humans are natural niggas. And now you got laws that protect you from yourself. But go ahead, Kevin. That's it. All right, I like you on the phone. I got time. Look at that way. Go ahead,
Acts chapter 7, verse 1. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Spirit as your fathers did, so ye.
Now what book is that?
Acts chapter 7.
All right, and that's how people do. And that's an articulate way of saying you're hard-headed niggas, man. Hard-headed niggas. Hey, you know, hey, go ahead, brother.
It's Ecclesiastes 17:16. Every man from his youth is given to evil.
To evil. What does that mean? You're given to evil. All right, you're born. It said, yeah, but the bullshit. That's why I said foolishness is set in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction should root it out. Roughly paraphrasing. But it's not just your son, your 7-year-old, your badass 7-year-old is always getting in trouble in school. It's also you. Because we were churches before we learned the guidelines. That's what Apostle Paul said what? When I was a child, I thought as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And childish things is your own nature. But I'm learning as a man, being in this truth, I'm learning, you gotta get over yourself. Yep. Not just your lower nature, like, hey, I want to commit adultery. No, you probably are that. For the most part, it's just your own impulses. So you're close. You gotta get over the way you do shit. It ain't even evil, it's how you do shit. It's not convenient for you no more. All right, go ahead.
It says, neither could they make to fleshly hearts the stone.
Meaning, you could make yourself obedient. Because the Most High man is hard-headed. That's part of his story. Because what did Adam and Eve do? They took the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You know what that entails? In order to be a judge and know knowledge of good and evil, you gotta go through it. In order to have insight, where does insight come from? So you couldn't just be a naive, obedient person. Because in the beginning it was basically a naive, obedient people. Also, you want the insight. You want to know the left and the right, you got to go through these categories. So now you disobey. Now you got to go through these how can you put this? You got to go through different spaces and times where you're under different people. You got to go through the whole process. You got to, the most I put us on manual. It wasn't automatic. Most I'm put you niggas in manual. The Babylonian, the Grecian Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the Romans, the Grecians, America. Yeah. Now you know what evil is. Yeah. Now you know what adultery engenders. Yeah. Now you know what eat pork engenders. Now you know what getting their hairline in the back engenders. Shaving your beard engenders. Because you want to know the knowledge of good and evil. All right, now you have insight. Like Elder Ipop said, this is an education. All right? You have to go through the negative to get to the positive and to appreciate the positive. You had it made in your daddy house. And he took your ass out in the street. Now what you gonna do? You gonna appreciate your daddy house.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, brother. Just real quick, just bagging brothers up, saying, the most high, for the most part, put you in these circumstances. This is how you learn from what experience. Just real quick, this is Isaiah 63 and 17, and it reads, O Lord Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err thy way?
Hey, that's the point. Why has thou made us to err thy way?
Made us.
Hey, it's he got really born with the stony hearts. That's why I said in Jeremiah 31, I'm gonna make you righteous. I'm gonna redo your DNA to where it's second nature to be obedient. Right now he's in hardwired our DNA, so to speak, to backslide. That's why he sent Yahweh Shai. We went in the time of Yahweh Shai in the beginning. But in the time of King Mashai and the Levitical priesthood, we wasn't Yahweh Shai. We was in the time of Yahweh. We couldn't handle Yahweh. So we're in the time of Yahweh Shai, mercy.
Grace period, grace.
This is, if you want to know could we achieve being under Yahweh, look at what the fuck you doing. That's the proof you can handle being under Yahweh, man.
And you stand, each man that stands in front of this camera is a testimony against you. 2/3 of the people on this side, man, knowing where the brother came from, the shit that he was involved in prior to what he's doing now. That's a testimony against you. A word don't even have to be uttered. You knew what the brother was doing beforehand, before he come out and doing what he's doing now. That's a testament of the Lord by way of him. So like the brother brother out said, had I not come, they'd be for their sin. Real quick. This is Revelations 11 and 11. And it reads, it says, Revelation 11 and 11, and it reads, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, 350 years, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear them which saw them. Now, we know ultimately that's going into the deep, but they understand, but guess what? That's the entail gonna be the same for you Jakes, man. Isaiah 30 and 30, brother, bring it out. Don't preach to us right things. That right there is against you. You know it's right. You know it's right. So the witness, the fact that you see the brother standing out here is a testimony against you.
Man. Yeah, because Jake will use the different thing you used to do and be like, man, you did that. I used to do it with you. But they see the change in you too. That is without excuse. But that's why I say a prophet ain't accepting his own country, you know? Like to the point what you're saying, bro, that's why the Lord threw with excuses. Like you say, there was a time when he winked at Jake. Because really, when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, like this whole concept of the hood and the way that culture, it was a result of the crack epidemic. You know, the violence. You know, Jake was coming into fast money. Like, Jake didn't know how to react to that shit. Jake got caught off guard. But now, we in the aftermath of it. Now we to the point, look, ain't no excuse to keep doing that shit, man. See, the Lord had brothers come from every background. There's no nigga that can say that they been through something that ain't a certain brother has been through. Brothers been in the military, brothers that served prison time, brothers that came from poverty, brothers that been in the gangs. So it's a brother that's done did any type of bullshit that Jake can come with as an excuse. Because Jake's excuse is a product of my environment. Nigga, you are the environment. You are the environment. The environment is your decision making.
And the proof on that, because you can go to the sun, nigga that out.
Yeah.
You are the environment.
Yeah.
There goes the neighborhood. We say that shit. There goes the neighborhood.
And the bad brother, real quick. Real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, and it reads, "That had no temptation taking you, but such as common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able."
So whatever situation you're in, how about you myself gonna draw you up? And if you think about it, to be a God, to be an Allah, you gotta know wickedness and you gotta know righteousness. This is the only fucking way you really come 360 or full circle, man. Because during that time frame, Adam only knew one way. But to be a judge, you gotta know both sides so you can have balance and righteous judgment.
And you know what I can add? And you know how brothers becoming new creatures? The brothers rarely talk about the past.
Yeah.
Brothers talk about the future now. Like we talking future tense now.
Yeah.
We don't, you know what I'm saying? The real sign of someone repents, they really be ashamed to talk about that shit. Like brothers be more future tense, you know?
And at the spirit, you said that because me and your brothers all talking about that before we left the house. You know what I'm saying? We living in the future now, man. We ain't living in the present and the past no more.
No more than
Nostalgia. And that's one thing about the scriptures, is constructive criticism. So the Most High, to become that new creature, he breaks you down, and then he builds you back up. And the image of Yahweh Shah is a reflection of him.
Hey, conversation is in heaven. That's right. Conversation is in heaven. That's what we go, man. Hey, King talk. King talk, man. Oh, another thing, the Most High changed our self-image. You said in order to change some behavior, you got to change the way they look at themselves. Your identity. So how about you change our identity, and we are royal. Don't you understand? The angel told Jacob, "You are no longer called Jacob, but Israel." Woo! I'm looking at.
They say even title.
Like lordship. Your name should no longer be called Jacob.
That was going back to Adam. That was in the making. And our forefather Jacob, confirmation, full circle.
He came back. Because what was Adam called? Well, I'm going to say, look, with the 3rd chapter, what did Yahweh Shai's line go back to? Adam, which was the son of it came back. But they have to be inculcated in us that our wound is incurable. So this man killed the image of who we were. That ain't just something we go skip past. We have to heal. We didn't come into this truth that popped and cursed the so-called white man and Eve, man. We're fucked up too. Generation. So we have to remember that we are kings, and that's not cocky. We're not leaving the house treating people like shit. But you have to change the image of yourself with your hand.
That's why the confidence in self-worth.
Yep.
Because what Esau does is he uses the age of modification to bring you down. So when you look at yourself, you can look at yourself.
So and with that context, and with that being said, what is NBA Young Boy? What is Mr. Badass and Lil Durk and Cool? Why did he put those images in our face? Why did he say this is who you are? Because if you think you're thinking, you're going to get shit. So the Most High had to kill that image of a nigga and replace that image of a nigga with your homicide. See, we're rulers. We're rulers, all men back here. Hey, get your scripture. And get your scripture. Then you're going to get your scripture.
I got a quick definition. Because, like, when you go into, they use this word entitlement. How people feel entitled. Well, there's a righteous way of being entitled, because you can look at Esau and you look at these average Edomites, they entitled. Well, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, so they are entitled to this age, But, like you said, Yahweh Shah, going back to Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. He was given the title. And us being the descendants, we are entitled to the authority and the power that was given to Jacob.
Right, which is the earth.
Yeah.
And so we're our earth, we want the earth. We don't want no more jobs. All right, we don't want no more baddies. We don't want no reparations, no fees, no bricks, no marrow. We want the earth and everything in it, man.
You gotta fight for it.
And we want righteousness in the earth.
Yep. And this are entitled from the Edomite line. It says, meaning to bestow on a person a rank or office, to give a title to an estate or property So the earth, you know, we entitled to the property of the earth.
When Jake ran Europe and you receive a title, lordship.
Yep.
Lord Ayash.
Yep.
Lord Karatazai. That Lord came with something.
Yeah.
That word Lord came with
He
something.
came with lands,
Yeah.
he came with servants, he came with revenue.
Yep.
So your son was entitled.
Yeah.
Based off your title, he's entitled
Literally.
to those things.
Literally entitled.
Yeah.
So now, the Iqua, you know, back in the ancient world, all right, you got the title, Yashar Allah. That means that you inherited Abraham's blessing. It was going to happen. But that brother's name is Iqua, Jacob. So basically, he would see that title because it was already told to Abraham, you don't see the earth. This is bigger than what we thought it was, man. Now we know why we got chemtrails flying over our head. This is everything. And every song you hear, somebody gotta say something about it, don't you? So the whole thing is we gotta get these people from this inheritance. The whole thing, how do we support them out of their own inheritance? Out of our inheritance, how do we reverse support them to get them from receiving it? We are about to receive it in my Father's house of many mansions. Woo. You know?
Real quick.
All
right. Romans 4:13 in the NLT. Clearly the Most High's promise to give the whole earth to Abraham and his descendants was not based on his obedience to God's law, but on a right relationship with the Most High that comes by faith.
Yep.
So we are entitled to that inheritance. Like every brother out here is standing on their feet, preaching his word because they have faith in those promises.
Right, man.
You know, so through faith, we're the actual descendants by blood, but faith makes us joint heirs of those promises. So yeah, like you said, that self-image develops a sense of entitlement and righteousness, man. You know?
Once you remember who you are, you remember what comes along with it. I'm let these brothers lead out.
So, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 in verse 21.
That's the one right there.
If your delight be them. Verse 20, therefore the desire of wisdom bring it to a
The desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom. So us waking up, Ezekiel 37. Hey, what's that movie, Indiana Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls? When those skulls came together, those 12 skulls, with that one skeleton, and then they took off in a chariot. Then they said, what was their thing? What was they seeking out there? It was like, it was knowledge.
Yeah, so this was in the Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That was that missing piece.
The missing piece was Yahweh Shai.
Because it connected all of them to form the body.
And Yahweh Shai is wisdom. So when Yahweh Shai woke us up, this is the beginning of wisdom. I'm sorry. This is the beginning of rulership. We're getting cultivated now. Y'all seen Coming to America to see. I know it sucked on certain levels, but it had a good point to it. When that son realized who he was, he had to get groomed into that position. So now we getting groomed. We learning who our fathers is, of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joppa. You see? Yeah. We get groomed into that. This is that.
And if I can add, this is the real meaning of being reborn again. Understand what we've been ready to inherit.
Verse 21, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
So how you earn a wisdom? You apply. That's how you earn a wisdom. You know? You apply wisdom. Wisdom becomes what? Your barriers. You know? Like you always say, when you apply the scriptures, they filter out a lot of bullshit, right? They keep away from niggas. They keep certain women away from you when you start to operate in wisdom. You know, because every brother up here has something they can add to each other. And that's what the people is going to be ran off of is wise men. Going back to what? Wise rulers. Because,
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 24. The multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
The multitude of the wise. You see, the brothers out here, this is a multitude of the wise. And brothers, when they get in their position, like you said, we're being groomed for these positions so we can the whole earth. Our rulership is going to benefit the earth. After so long the Elamite man is going to appreciate being in Karakazak's province. Right? All right?
That's how it's gonna work.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna play that shit. All right? Your wife gonna be in order because you in this brother's province. Okay? Your food is gonna be top tier because you in this brother's province. You see? You're gonna have the finest drinking water because you in this province. So the wisdom of the multitude is gonna benefit the whole earth, the whole nation.
Because it tells you the life starting to point.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is the point. The laws are about to be implemented. The most hope is about to happen is that the laws of Yahweh Bashar Shai are going to be universally implemented.
So you said there, what did the scripture say? When Yahweh Shai taught us how to, your will will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
And through the
when you go into that term will in the Greek, it goes into your commandments, your wishes.
Right?
Go ahead, brother. This Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 11. I'm going to start at 11 on the way to 15. Wisdom exalted her children and lays hold of them that seek her.
Oh, we're being exalted. You got it, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying wisdom exalted because we are what wisdom birthed. Like we said the other day, like you look at these niggas, this is what feminism birthed. Like this generation, like the NBA young boy, Julio, you know, niggas like that. This is feminism birthed that shit. You know, what you say, nigga with feminism, making street niggas combine them. Oh, like chemistry. Yeah. You know, you combine certain elements to get another element.
Street culture plus feminism equals a nigga.
Yeah.
It equals Pookie Ray Ray.
Yeah. So wisdom, a reborn Israelite man, this is the product of it, man. You know?
It says, He's 12. He that loveth her loveth life.
We love life because we understand that obedience engenders life. Instant gratification, disobedience, it feels good in the beginning, but it creates death in the society. It creates death. We experience with nigga culture. It's an experiment to see what happens when these people disobey God. We're gonna put them in the same community for 50 years. So we've been free from slavery since 1865. They let us do our thing with 1865. So from 1965 to now, we got a 6-year experiment. What happened when we let 12 tribes disobey God? And it's hell. If a nigga ain't in the street shit, he in the fat shit. Die for everything. Alright? What else, man? Theft, murder, robbery, and stress. The stress level is so high with our people.
It says, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit.
Don't you know in the kingdom we're going to experience joy? All the time I experience joy is when I'm around y'all. Don't you know we're going to have a daily joy? A 24-hour joy? You're going to go to bed with joy? You're going to wake up with joy? A lot of times we don't even explore what that feels like. Alright? Don't you know the Most High going to give us our woman back? I was looking at women from like the 60s, the 70s, and the last time we was together, you was playing Diana Blow. And what happened was, I noticed that women from the past, the mannerisms was different. The way they move, they different. Their femininity,
their mindset.
You
listen to Anita Baker, she's submissive.
Yeah.
Y'all listen to Anita Baker, she apologized. You know what I'm saying? Like, accountability. Like she's in that very submissive spirit when you listen to it. What's the album? Songstress? You know?
I look at, I'm gonna start quick before we get back to the scripture. I look at a picture of Jake singers from the 70s, 60s, and 80s. They look frillier.
Yeah.
You know, every man, the singers, they all be like this.
Yeah.
Like you can't get Jake that close to each other now on the album cover like that. It's always some hard shit. You know, it's like pictures in the 70s, Jake didn't have that dark nigga cloud hanging over them. And I thought about this tender and delicate brother, man. All right, we'll just, hey, come on. And we don't even know him. You know the account with his cousin man? Yeah. And her dad didn't want that man to leave. He was like, no, I have to go.
Keep on staying them nights.
Tobias' father-in-law.
Yeah, Tobias. Come on, man. So, but this was not now.
No.
You know, so it's certain nuances. It served temporals back in the kingdom, but we won't have now. All right, was that going on?
Yeah. It says, he that holds her fast shall inherit glory, and whatsoever she enters, the Lord will bless. We're blessed. We're blessed to be up here, to be standing here, to be amongst them. That's a blessing.
And part of the word blessed means to bend.
Yeah.
So when you inherit wisdom, the end manifestation of wisdom is the nation's going to bend.
And what the Lord did, he bestowed it upon us, because what it says, John 3:20, a man can receive nothing unless it be given to him from on high.
And it begins with the first thing we come from is flesh. You know, but through this wisdom, through this make your flesh bend to you. You know, that's the beginning of the blessing. That's the first. Because you enter into it, it's like as a man, when you start to conquer your flesh, it's like you move to a whole other realm. You know? Yeah, like it's like really, it's like really like open up, you know, and it just puts you in a position for the Lord to constantly increase you. The Lord can't increase a nigga because he's gonna destroy himself. You know? Niggas do when they get money, they destroy themselves. Yeah. They're like, nah, all these niggas, they cry about poverty, okay? But then when these money, here these niggas cry about poverty, but then they put in the video $50,000 worth of so you know,
but the niggas are afraid to be consumers when they broke. So you gonna do whatever it is you was conditioned to do before you get the money. You're conditioned to be a consumer. By the time you get the money, you're just going to consume and give it back to your oppressor. So when they got their blessing, all they did was give, just like your income taxes.
Yep.
You put all year to get your income tax, you put it right back into the economy instead of reinvesting. All right, you got it, brother. I want to make sure you get this one.
I had a little bit more.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
It says, they that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord does love.
And you know how you love wisdom? Conquer your flesh. Because now your energy going to your spirit, your pineal gland. I think it all science, but now you have a kingdom built inside your mind. Then you realize, like, man, why that brother deep, but he's so spiritual, all his energy inside his mind.
Right.
You know?
And just like going back to what the brother said, once, you know, it's a process. Once that wisdom enter into you, now you enter into the furnace to be proven. So you're going to go, like the scripture say, wisdom going to try you. She's going to walk with you about different ways to see how you respond to it. Okay, you fall, okay, get back up. That's all understanding. And now you go through it, now what you gonna do? Because it gets to a point where these excuses, that shit runs out. Ain't no fucking excuse. You just gotta get through it. You gotta do it. Like with that fucking knife, just do it. Just do it.
And 11. When I was a child, as a child, I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
The nature of a child, and we were doing the nature of a child, that he can self-govern. He's controlled by his own impulses, instincts.
Child is this like, that's right. Child is only thinking about what you're going to give them next. What type of pleasure they can do next. And as an adult, you are facilitating that. So now your thinking not only got to benefit you, but everything you're responsible for. You know? That's why, and as we operate as men, okay, you can't afford, okay, to live a life of pleasure because you have too much responsibility, man.
Right.
You know?
We don't. We as men aren't afforded the luxury to be careless like women and children. You can't do that, bro.
Because if we had, as a man, you had too much fun, somebody might not eat it. Right. You know? You gotta think about it. Like if we can't sleep in, if I sleep in 2 days, lights might get turned off. You see? You got all that got to factor in. But see, like I say, niggas just get to lay up with their 18, their second baby mama in prison. Nobody missed this nigga because he's sorry, he come back. You know, they're like, my kid, their family, it's like, but then they be so quick to go get the sorry nigga out of prison. You're like, why? For what? You know? Why is you getting this nigga? Let that nigga stay there, man. But then you go to prison, you stuck. You know what I'm saying? So this is a backwards ass society, man. But the Lord moving us to be men, all right, and judges. Begins with judging ourselves, and then we begin to judge everything around us. That's right, you know? Because if we can handle a family of 5, we're going to be able to handle 5 cities.
I was saying, like, that mindset you become as an adult, you got to think spiritual enough not to think about yourself. Thinking when you out there in the world, what jeopardizes the body. You know? You got to think about the brothers in the world. You know?
Hey, like I put, hey, we are ambassadors of the Lord. You know, representatives. So when you're moving about, not just on camera, but off camera, you're supposed to move as a representative. When somebody see you, they supposed to see the Lord. Hey, like how Shah said, when you see me, you see the Father.
Your conduct is the logo. Niggas talking about logo. Your conduct is the logo. You know, based on, because when people say we don't eat pork, what's the first thing they think? Oh, yeah. Because that's a standard. That's their logo, they conduct. So really how we act, our conduct is the logo, man. That's the brand. That's right.
Hey, that's like, when you're in truth, man, you're supposed to evolve, man. You're supposed to grow into something greater, spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to be acting. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to still be that's a worldly behaving type of guy. Man. Like the brother that brought out, Paul said when he became a man, he put away childish things, man. People supposed to recognize that you have evolved, you have become a different person, man, because behaviors, you know what I'm saying, the things you used to do, you have departed from those things, man. You become you have grown to be a spiritual man, an austere man, and you're not really tolerating bullshit. You're about the Father's business, and you're gonna conduct yourself such, man.
I get your point right there. To back the brothers on this, the disciples to follow the Lord. The word disciple means to be disciplined. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 17, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
Love is an action. Discipline is a routine. So our routine comes from the scripture. And because when you have application, which goes back into apply, it's supposed to become a second nature. So automatically, when something comes, automatically you're supposed to revert back to the scripture.
And that discipline is carrying out your duties no matter how you feel. Going back to it, like you say, because as men, you can't afford to be in that feeling. So if a woman to be in that feeling, she'll stop cooking, stop washing clothes, stop getting kids ready. Like, goddamn. If you feel type of way, she just fall back from her, you know. But as men, we can't, because even men in general, if men felt some type of way and just fell away from their duties, society will collapse. Look at your old phone.
Yeah, it was so days he feel like that. Because he was in the flood, he suffered anxiety, he suffered depression and grief and things like that, but still
That she gonna come on. Her mood gonna change just like this.
And then she hates anyway.
Right.
She takes pride in prosecuting niggas, man. That's one person you don't want to see in power. A bitch to take pride in prosecuting Jake. If we got your point.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 1 in GNT. It says, a wise ruler will educate his people, and his government will be orderly.
that's the kingdom of heaven. Right? Like according to the scriptures, everything has to be done and decent. That goes back into the establishment of the kingdom of heaven, which will be ran like the establishment of the spiritual.
Verse 2, all the officials and all the citizens will be like their
Right, and the rule is going to be what? Yahweh Shah. Right, so we will all be reflections of Yahweh Shah, who's supposed to be a reflection of Yahweh.
And the point on that, King Mashah is running the nation of Israel in the desert of the wilderness. And Jethro, his father-in-law, was like, you got too much capacity. He said he could have a capital 100, capital 50, capital. What was he really saying? Yeah,
created a government.
That's the word I was looking at. But you're not wrong. He was creating a government. So that was really a kingdom of heaven. That was really like the house of David. Because who was King Masha? So there was really like the house of David with that.
Government goes back to rule the mind.
Yep, that's right.
To rule the mind. And that's the real reason why King Masha married that heathen. Because the process of time, after a lot of time, he was going to get that wisdom from Jethro.
Because in the ancient world, the marriage was with intent. So King Solomon married the daughters of Pharaoh to make alliances with the Pharaoh. To create a bridge between him and those pharaohs, to create a currency going back and forth. So, hey, Eastern way marriage is for intent, but the point was a government was under King Masha with the assistance of Jethro, man. So the Most High set up Jethro to really establish order, the house of David.
It makes sense why the kingdom of heaven is going to be ruled by Yahweh Shai and his little brothers. Because he has all power in heaven and earth. You know, he's not going to need to deal with little, menial tasks. Minuscule tasks. He has different men, bro.
But I will. But he may put Zahab, Abba willing. And I put Zahab over this little this leavened bread factory. You know what I mean?
Ain't no gun lines around here.
Yeah, right.
Y'all know the heathen.
Snapping my finger on his ear.
Brother, to your point, just to prove your point, in Isaiah the 32nd chapter in the NLT, it says how a righteous king is coming, refers to Yahweh Shai, and his prince is going to rule under him. So it's day one. It wasn't with him from the beginning.
There's another point I said that we can concept for. All right, go ahead, brother.
This back in Ecclesiastes 3 in GNT, it says an uneducated king will ruin his people.
Esau's people are ruined, and in the process, 2/3 of my people are ruined, as well as his joint heirs in these other nations.
And you know what it means? You know how people are being ruined? They're degenerates. They have no self-control.
Right.
They're degenerates.
Right. What does degenerate mean? When you leave the ways of your forefathers.
Departed from an ancestral status.
That's it, bro.
D means the way. Generate goes back to gene.
Right.
Away from the ways of your original ancestors.
The law, statutes, and the commandments.
That's right. That's why Jake is ruined. Jake is fucking ruined.
That's it,
you can't deal with Eve or have sex.
Right, and that's played out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're riding like, man, I can't still hard this.
Right.
He said, I just want to cry.
So an uneducated king will ruin his people, but a government will grow strong if it's
true
ruled.
education, that shows you that's the scriptures. Because education means what? To draw out. To draw out. So only we can be healed. Right? Going back to what is wisdom. But the only way it's drawn out, the Holy Spirit has to be activated within you.
A government will grow strong if its rulers are wise.
And who's the wise ruler? Yahweh Shai, trickling down to King David, trickling down to the 144 miles. Right? The same gentleman that assisted, the same gentleman that assisted Yahweh Shai in Genesis, the first chapter. The Alahayim.
Then it said how the king saw his office. That's why for Queen Sheba, she saw the doorman, she thought he was a king.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Showing that Yahweh Shai, King Solomon was the king of kings. So that same doorman, hey, you don't think he in the truth?
Right.
You know, he finna be a king in his own right.
That's right.
You know?
And what you said, I was enough for all of us.
I'm trying to put everybody on. Verse 4, the Lord sees to the government of the world and brings to the power and the
That's
right
Yahweh
time.
Shai is the right person. The right time is fastly approaching. Right? Yes.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
And King David's king. King Solomon's king. What's going on? Right? Because again, the only way you can be judged is you have to know good and you have to know evil.
But
Right?
then if you a king, you would know history, so you won't make the same mistakes. You know? Even when you go into World War II, Germany, they invaded in the winter. Well, if they would have studied Napoleon, they would have knew that was a bad idea. A lot of Germans died, you know. I know, like brothers with military background, you study mistakes. You study your old mistakes so you can go forward with a better plan.
Right.
You know, so like the brother went, everything real time, and you see the failure of our people, and that makes us make the adjustments in the real, you know?
Well, I want brothers get their last round of scriptures. So whoever they had their scriptures,
I'm gonna read that over. This is 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
And this learning enhances what? Spiritual awareness. And the hope is what? Salvation, man. Entering into the kingdom of heaven with our fellow occupants.
Like scripture say, where there's no vision, keep it right,
Yeah.
So shit, we learn from the scriptures. Right. We learn from our history, right? Our present, no came from to where we live. Yeah. We gotta stay on that track.
Hey, cause you got me kind of hyped, because I'm gonna say this, like if you look at a guy that's about to build it, he sees that building.
Right.
So from a spiritual sense, we have to see ourselves getting delivered. We have to see ourselves being joined with Yahweh. Because remember, this shit starts in the mind. Faith starts in the mindset. Faith starts in the mindset. And guess what? According to our forefather Abraham, it was counted for what? Righteousness, man.
Hey, King David had already whooped Goliath before it started.
Before it started, he had it in his mind.
He saw it. And how you know? And guess what that rock he threw? From a spiritual sense, Yahweh. He slung Yahweh at him, man. That's right.
And what King David, what King David say, in the name of the Lord I'll destroy you. In the name.
In the name.
All the enemies that could pass.
right. Goliath was their stronghold. Most I said that's up to break down the stronghold through the Yahweh shot.
Right.
Goliath was Babylon. That's right. Their stronghold. Hey, Yahweh Shah was described as a stone made without image. You know, so it's gonna physically manifest to take it down the stronghold called Babylon. It's peace. You know?
So we're the house of David, slinging Yahweh Shah.
The little guy.
The little guy.
The little guy.
And we looking up at that man.
Out of the mouth of David.
That's right.
Wasn't King David the baby? Baby boy.
Baby boy.
And then what was Goliath? The man of war.
right.
What is Esau? The man of war.
Right. Hunting, hunter. As you go into that term, it means what? Specializes in capturing people's spirits.
That's right.
Like if I can add, the scriptures say Goliath was a man of war from his youth. And we know how American Babylon, and Babylon, from the beginning of Babylon.
There was a horn in David.
That's right.
And horn since his youth.
Just reflecting on what the brother was speaking. Brother say you gotta know your history so that you don't repeat it. And the Lord, like we say a lot of times, the Lord is already ahead of the game, man. You're reading the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that has been shall be done, and there's no new thing under the sun. So you look no further than the scripture. One of the brothers brought it out. This is for our learning, our instructions, our reproach, everything. It's what's his name? That president, what he quoted? Roosevelt. He said that a thorough knowledge of the scriptures is more valuable than this shit that Esau gonna give you, man.
Yeah. And that's heavy, man, because even you go into that term with graduation, it means what? To step down. You know, so from a
Degree,
sense,
to have a degree.
So what, bro?
To have a degree, it means deep down degree.
That's it, to step down.
The grades.
The grade.
So you forgot the wisdom and knowledge of your power to learn mine. You step down.
And I'm gonna tell you how real this is. Right? Hey, although Esau is a carnal man, he has a spiritual game plan to stop the spiritual people, man. Because what it say in Judah 5:20? Like basically, if we are disconnected from the Most High, he won't pray for it. So that's the reason why you have these GMS movies and these rap music and black culture, all these strongholds, because he doesn't want the reconnection amongst Israel and the Most High, but he never factored in the power of Israel. Well, I'm sorry, Galatians 6:16, when it goes into the God of Israel. So that's going into the elect. He never factored in the elect.
The book of Baruch, the 3rd chapter, starting at verse 9. Hear Israel,
the commandments of life. The scripture tells us the fear of the Lord tendeth to life. The commandments, obedience. Give ear, understand wisdom. How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxen old?
He committed spiritual fornication. Well, we brought the law, statutes, and commandments, and therefore we came here as bondmen and bondwomen.
And it shows you it was set up for two. Because, you know, earlier in the week, I went into a lesson dealing with the word destiny. Now, you look the word destiny up, it literally means to happen, to make. Really, it was like how about you? It was his plan.
That's right.
It was the Lord planned.
That's it.
You know? You got it, bro.
Waxen old in a strange country, that thou art defiled.
If not, hey, did not our people wax on? Yeah, my grandparents died in this motherfucker.
Right.
Right? So literally, people that have literally died in this fucking dominion.
Yeah, dying in prison.
Prison. Because this whole world's a fucking prison. And it's governed by Esau's system.
Right. And everywhere that we get outside of Jerusalem is strange land.
Defiled with the dead. And we are the dead bodies in spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Now, when you go into carnality in the flesh, it is the low essence of human nature. Job 30, the chapter says, children of base men, wickedness, and who has the earth been given into the hands of? And why are we here? We are celebrating all the things that got us here. Being sinners, disobedient, idolaters, adulterers. This is black culture. The things that got us caught up in the first place, while we're here in captivity, things we damn celebrate.
And black culture means what? Voided of life. Culture means what? Cultivate. So our people is still being cultivated in darkness, cultivated in death. Hence black culture.
And one thing we were talking about briefly, the emotional aspect of Jake in this land, right? When a man, many of you brothers can attest to this, we may get angry, we may get hurt with a family. Are we going to stop providing for them?
No.
Are we going to stop paying the damn bills, the rent, protecting them? No, but when that woman gets emotional, you can't
fuck everything.
I'm not cooking for you. You are going to slap down your duties, and duty is a moral obligation. The holy of man to serve the Lord. So it don't matter how we feel, we come out here.
That's right.
And the whole duty of woman is to serve her man.
Boom. There it is. There it is. Hey, drop it.
The reason why nation is destroyed.
That's it, brother.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about King David and Goliath. It's a quick quote I came across some time ago. It says, sometimes God will put a Goliath in your life for you to find David.
And that's why this brother should watch. God dang it.
Talking about that. Give me that point in my
So it says, sometimes God will put a Goliath in your life to find a David within you.
I mentioned earlier that things that you see and the men that you see and the things that you've known them to be, is going to be a testimony against you. Even your enemy knows. More likely that's a quote from your enemy.
Right.
So, you know, and you were saying he's not spiritual, but guess what? He got a spiritual for the spirit. So if this man has done a diligent search, he knows these things, you know, and I didn't say this verse because you got it. But and what are people doing? They years ago through the flow. Still putting out hope in the society.
Anytime you deal with an enemy or an opponent or the opposite or the opposition, you got to study this. You got to study to deal with it.
It's a war. It's a war.
It's a war.
What the scripture say? This our war is not of flesh and blood, but of the spirit. We're dealing with spirit. That right there was a telltale sign this man knows who you are.
Right.
And he's sparing no expense to destroy your ass.
And how do you know? You go back to Ephesians the 6th chapter, when it talks about spiritual wickedness and how these motherfuckers commune with Satan, man. And this is where they got the concept of the New World Order. This is the concept of this is the mechanism where they got black culture from, because they commune with Satan directly, man.
What is that on the left-hand side, Elder? Left-hand side. The new world order.
That's it.
On the right-hand side is the new covenant.
That's right.
I'll take them out.
And Esau, we'll get the last scripture. Esau was so cold was the champion. Like you said, it's like it was spiritual. Because 4 years ago, niggas hated Trump but loved Biden. Now, niggas love Trump and hate Biden.
Yeah.
And he threw Kamala in the mix.
Yeah.
So pretty much, it's like Esau is handling you niggas like a basketball, man. Esau got handles now. Like he nasty. Like like he can make niggas get mad when he want. He can make niggas cry. And he can make niggas rejoice. He can make niggas fear.
Make niggas know.
You know, he got full control of these niggas.
Thinking you fight over him. The best of the junk. Fighting over 2 Edomites. Well, we gonna rule them anyway. They just gonna pick them.
Basically, he done already beat a nigga for his head.
Right.
Your pattern can overthrow your knowledge. So you might know they both puppets, but you already got 20 years of pattern of voting. You gonna vote again. You know, you're like, I know what's the hard vote
They call it the lesser evil.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Bring it on!
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh
So
Shai.
everything, boy.
No, I was at the perfect way to end it, you know?
Yeah.
Because Jake is into all these different, doctrines and philosophies, but the telltale, dealing with us in our situation, how are we gonna get up out of here? Just want to see what the brother reading. Like, what's the result, What's the conclusion, man? You know, because everybody can, come up with different ideas, but what's the one thing that's gonna work?
Since we talk about men supposed to be what? Solution?
Yeah. They read. You got it.
Once again, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
The duty goes back, like the brother said, is moral obligation. And that's why, hey, the world for the earth is in the multitude of the wise, man. Okay? So when we're in rulership, we're going to appreciate righteousness, like this, the Lord let us soak in wickedness so we can appreciate every single commandment that he got written in that book, man. And that's why he just gonna put it in us, man. It was like Elder Zahawa had said, because he spoke about the beginning, and us in the state we was in during the time of Adam, the Lord gonna put us back on automatic. But see, this time we ain't gonna be in this place. Because it said the man and his wife, they were naked and they didn't know it. They didn't understand the other side. So now we've been clothed with the information through experience.
Since you said automatic, because remember, now we're manual. You gotta shift the gears.
Right.
Stop putting it automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah.
The Esau got AI, artificial intelligence, but like we were talking about, both sides got NI, the natural intelligence.
Instinct is natural intelligence, organic intelligence. Second nature.
One thing we'll test if we break that. The left-hand side is going to do it carnally, which is all statutes, rules, and regulations. Over the spiritual side. We're going to have what animals have, instinct. That's automatic. Animals don't go off. Male animals don't damn hump male animals. Only we do that as people because we messed up. So we're going to have spirit.
And another thing, if I might add, when you're keeping the Lord's commandments, you show him that you love him. You can't say, I love the Lord, going out doing some other shit that the Lord don't agree with.
Right.
How about you got a relationship with him instead of sinning. The only way you love the Lord is to show him like you just.
That's a point. Can I just back him up? Precept, this is for precept. Ecclesiastes 3:21. Who knows the spirit of man that goes upward? And the reason why the spirit of man goes upward, because we all have to appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, right? And the spirit goes downward to the earth. Just like the priest was saying, the reason why if a lion dies, or a hyena, or a leopard, it doesn't have to report to the spiritual realm because they're already in the world.
That's it. Lord willing, this was an edifying camp to feed the lambs of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Well,
I'm sorry, brother.
And so we're going to close out and face the east and give infinite honor, praise, and glory to the Most High and His Son.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Hakadosh.
Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, men who have suffered in this truth for over 30 years. A shalom also goes out to the hopefully elect of the nation of Israel. Form Yashala.
Form Yashala.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, you see the butter coming off? Yeah.